Ship loses cargo during storm. Storm Elenia has hit northern Germany with strong winds and heavy rain. A huge wave hit the windshield of a ferry in Hamburg, forcing passengers to run out of their seats when the ship filled with water. The Spanish cargo ship Luno crashed off the coast of Biscay, France. As a result of engine failure during a storm, the ship drifted and was then washed ashore near Bayonne by the wind and current. The freighter ran into a breakwater extending from the shore, after which it was torn into two parts by the surf's pressure. All 12 sailors aboard the cargo ship were rescued and evacuated by helicopters from the French Coast Guard. In the port of Barcelona, the passenger ferry Excellent crashed into a pier due to strong winds, collapsed a loading crane, and caused a fire. Containers with dangerous chemicals were located on the shore. The port staff was evacuated. There were 420 passengers on board the ferry, and no one was injured in the accident. A loaded cargo ship got caught in a storm in the Bay of Biscay. The waves passed through the entire deck of the ship. Incredible footage.
A chemical tanker crashes into waves over 10 meters high during a hurricane-force wind off the coast of Portugal. A powerful storm of this category can or severely damage a ship. The Sri Lankan Navy is trying to prevent an environmental disaster. For several days now, a fire has been burning on a cargo ship anchored near the port of Colombo. The Singapore-flagged ship was sailing from the Indian state of Gujarat and was carrying thousands of containers, including chemicals and fuel. As a result of the incident, 8 containers with pellets for the production of polyethylene, mixed with burnt oil, have already fallen into the water, which has polluted the popular Negombo beach located near the capital.
Sixteen crew members were rescued from a cargo ship Natalia after the ship ran aground near the coastal area of Sila in Istanbul due to a severe storm. The MSC Opera cruise ship in Venice collided with a tourist boat and pier. The owners claim that the vessel has mechanical problems. A severe storm caught a cargo ship in the Pacific Ocean. Huge waves are rolling on the deck.
Нихуя себе, блядь! Вот это въебало, блядь! Не знаю, блядь. Хорошо, что не вышли, блядь.
A large cargo ship ran aground in Mauritius and broke apart, leading to a major oil spill. A cargo ship is struggling with giant waves in the rough sea of northern China. The force of the storm reaches 12 Beaufort points. An oil tanker was caught in a storm off the coast of Wales, which also affected the Bay of Biscay. What to do with the wreckage of the Wakasio? Is this the Japanese merchant ship that ran aground and then split in half, dumping more than 100 tons of hydrocarbons into the turquoise waters off Mauritius? Japan and France have announced that they have sent experts to the government of Mauritius.
Курс докладывайте. 182. Идем влево. 179. Да.
The cargo ship Grand America sank 330 kilometers west of La Rochelle after a fire. There were 2,200 tons of fuel oil on board in the cargo compartments. On January 26, 2016, the 164-meter vessel lost stability in a storm and quickly drifted towards the French coast in the Bay of Biscay. A team of dedicated rescuers from Smith Salvage arrived at the scene within 24 hours and were able to prevent an environmental disaster. Watch the video of this impressive rescue operation. The Polar New Build National Geographic Endurance, an UL Stein X-Bow Expedition cruise vessel for Lindblad Expeditions, designed by Ulstein Design and Solutions and constructed by Ulstein Werft.
Peace.
Всем, Mayday, всем. Имена костюмы. Понял? Да, перестань. Имена костюмы. Mayday, this is not the vessel Arvid. Mayday, my vessel broken. My vessel, Mayday, Arvid.
Тонем, съебуй!
Due to adverse weather conditions, the Palau-flagged Arvin vessel anchored in the administrative area of the port of Barton crashed and sank. Units of the Search and Rescue Coordination Center were immediately dispatched to the region.
Mayday. Arvin, help me, Mayday.
The 3,400-ton vessel sails through a storm in the North Sea. An oil vessel in distress ran aground off the coast, a few dozen meters from Reunion Island. A serious accident, as the island is being shaken by a strong tropical cyclone, Batsirai.
Very good.
Incredible footage of a 12,000-ton cargo ship caught in a 10-point storm. There are very long and high waves in the Bay of Biscay. You need to be prepared for this.
A supply ship navigates through a powerful storm in the Arctic Ocean.
Oakley. थांब ना वरच्या आटा थांब ना तू थांब नाही काय होणार खाली स्टॉप झाली ठेव थांब मोबाईल
Chemical tanker encountered a powerful storm on its way to New York. In Antwerp, a cargo ship moved away from the pier and crashed into a container crane. The crane was completely destroyed, and the vessel had to be repaired. The vessel Boka Vanguard is transporting a giant fish farm to Norway. The dimensions of this structure are 385 by 60 meters, which makes it the largest cargo ever transported on a vessel. Rescue of injured man from MSC Opera cruise ship. On the morning of 16th April 2014, the ferry MV Sewol sank while en route from Incheon towards Jeju City in South Korea. The 6,125-ton vessel sent a distress signal from about 2.7 kilometers north of Byongpungdo at 0858 KST. SAR, Search and Rescue, NH-90 helicopter drill on board of H&S ship Prudence during a storm of 10 points on the Beaufort scale. Irina Arctica in storm hurricane weather, sailing against wind with about 30 meter at Dinres at the coast of Greenland. An oil tanker is experiencing a powerful Hurricane Sandy in the Sargasso Sea, a 12-point Beaufort storm. The Japanese-flagged container ship 1 Apus lost 1,916 cargo containers after it was caught up in a violent storm in the Pacific on November 30th, 2020. The vessel arrived on December 8th in the Japanese port of Kobe, where ship owners and managers said a full safety inspection would be carried out. The incident is described as the second biggest cargo loss in shipping history. A giant cargo ship transports timber during a storm. These waves are quite powerful and high. At such moments, the full force of nature is really felt. Reliable Warrior is a tanker Suezmax ship built in 2017 and is sailing under the flag of Greece. She has an overall length of 274 meters and a width of 48 meters. Her summer deadweight capacity is 149,192 tons. large loaded cargo ship sails in the Pacific Ocean through a 10-point Beaufort storm.
बड़ा वाला आ रहा है अभी।
A fire broke out on the cargo ship at night. As a result, all the cars were destroyed. The crude oil tanker, built in 2019 and sailing under the flag of Panama, has a gross tonnage of 150,331 tons. The total length of the vessel is 336 meters and the width is 60 meters. The vessel, classified as a very large oil tanker, was named Universal Leader at the naming ceremony held by HMM at the Daewoo Shipbuilding and Marine Engineering Shipyard in Okpo, South Korea. The boat ended up against the rocks because of the strong Sirocco wind that throughout the day had blown over Sicily and is half sunk, bow first. Fortunately, no injuries were recorded, either among the passengers or among the crew members. In all, there were 117 passengers and 6 crew members on board. Scenes of panic were recorded. The passengers were disembarked thanks to lifeboats and boats made available by the islanders. On the way to Cape Horn, the cruise ship encountered massive waves. You never know what you're going to see when you're out in the ocean. This jet fighter visited us on our Bahamas cruise on the Carnival Miracle.
Ya no me gusta nada. No me gusta nada. Ya piedad, esto es piedad.
The Grand Holiday cruise ship passes through powerful waves in a storm. You can see how the ship tilted, which caused panic among passengers and crew. Company Samsung Heavy Industries made a deal of $376 million to build 2 tankers for the transportation of liquefied natural gas. Deal will allow the shipyard to use its advanced technologies, including Saver Air and Intelliman Ship, which can significantly improve the fuel efficiency of ships. Armada is a fleet of innovative low-emission ships set to transform operations at sea. In a major milestone, the first ship is launched to sea and is undergoing sea trials. Aurora Australis, in a fully developed force 9 gale on her way to Antarctica. Wind 40-45 knots. Significant wave height 9 meters, but the most impressive wave is the dumping 14-meter breaker just ahead of the ship. The SVAGT Innovator vessel was designed for the very specific HES tender requirements and is operated by SVAGT AS. The vessel has a multi-purpose designation LFL and also performs towing operations. USS Bunker Hill replenishment at sea with USS Carl Vinson in the South China Sea. The South Korean merchant ship Stellar Banner was sunk off the coast of the Brazilian state of Maranhão after running aground and sustaining serious damage. The initial inspection showed that the cargo ship had a 25-meter-long hole. The decision to sink the vessel was made after a thorough assessment of its condition.
A cruise ship sailing through the legendary Drake Strait between the southernmost tip of South America and Antarctica was caught in a powerful storm. "40-foot heart-stopping waves that were enough to knock other passengers off their feet. This is really an unforgettable adventure, perhaps for which people go on an ocean cruise. A large warship confidently overcomes high waves in a storm.
I hope that boat survives.
Strong electrolyte? Probably not. Ooh.
Rare footage from the bridge of the aircraft carrier USS Kitty Hawk, returning home to the naval base in Yokosuka, Japan, during a powerful storm. The starboard bridge at the bow was severely damaged by the impact of strong waves, and the safety net was torn off. Currently, the aircraft carrier has been removed from active service,